Hi there, my name is Toby, and in this little series I'm talking about the energy body. But the energy body is of course connected to the physical body, and the physical body is really just blood and guts. Now it's quite interesting because we don't understand the difference between the energy body and the physical body. We think that we are the physical body. We're quite terrified by blood and guts. We don't like it. We can't handle it. Now, in the old days, of course, it wasn't such a big deal. Everyone was used to more blood and guts. If you're living the natural way, you're a hunter. You're always, getting animals and chopping them up and eating them. No big deal. And life was dangerous, physically dangerous. You could get injured, you'd have blood and guts all the time. But nowadays, we can't handle it. A little speck of blood and we faint. We can't even see blood. Now, interestingly, in the shamanic practice, a lot of shaman, a lot of people that go on the shamanic journey, especially psychedelic journeys, they have an experience of deconstruction. Their whole body is broken apart. You see all the blood and guts. And it seems terrible. Oh, I had a terrible bad trip. I was all chopped up into little pieces. I saw my skeleton. And you think that's a bad trip. Actually, it's a good trip. This is the soul starting to understand the body. We actually need to get inside the body, inside all the nuts and bolts, which is really the blood and guts. It's not to be feared. It's not horrific. It's the manifestation of the life force. It's beautiful. It's natural. But it's so difficult for us to do this. Our mind has become so materialistic, so mundane, that we don't even know inside our own body. Now, it is quite interesting because we have a lot of movies that are desensitizing us to this, violent crime in movies. And it's getting worse and worse. I noticed this year, I had a look through the movies. So many movies about, being chopped up with knives. Violent movies, and they're quite brutal. So brutal, and everyone is sort of laughing. It's like it can be a comedy. So in a movie, we sort of like it. We laugh at it. But in real life, when you see a little blood, you cut yourself. Oh, I can't handle it. So there's an interesting disconnect. Now in the movies, it's not only desensitizing, it's also predictive programming. They want us to get more violent, and we do. We have so much knife crime now. And we have crime now with big knives. You literally get chopped up now. So that's like the old days. Live by the sword, die by the sword. And we're supposedly now in an enlightened age, with all this high technology, but we're going back to the old days of just chopping each other up with knives. I've also been through surgery, so I've had 4 surgeries, and that was a shamanic trip for me. In order to recover from the injury of that surgery, it's a psychological injury as well as a physical one. It was emergency. So I wasn't expecting it, not ready for it, but I knew I had to confront it. So when I'd recovered from the surgery, mentally I was trying to heal myself. And what I would do in my meditation is go through the surgery, imagine it, visualize it, see my body being cut up, cut open, surgery happening. And some people do have out-of-body experiences in surgery, and they're watching themselves. That didn't happen to me. I was completely unconscious, so I don't remember anything. But later on, I went through it, confronting the injury that had happened to me, until I was accepting of it. It was no longer difficult. Now, okay, so I learnt a lot about blood and guts in my surgeries. I had 4 surgeries, and even the last surgery, it didn't heal properly, so I had a hole in the side of my stomach, and they stitched it up, but it didn't hold, so I had an open wound. So, and I had to go to the nurse every day to get the dressing changed, I don't know, for a couple of months. It took a long time for this big hole to close up. So I'm confronting blood and guts every day. You get used to it. Of course, doctors get used to it. But really, we all need to. You see, we think that meditation, mostly now people don't know what meditation is. We use meditation like a daydream to go off into a fantasy. Oh, peace and love. No. Meditation is really about confronting reality. See, soul and body are separate, but they're not separate. They are still one and the same thing. The body is a manifestation of the soul. Can't have a body without a soul. You just can't. It's a physical manifestation of soul energy. That's the way to look at it. It's not individual souls. For example, we can have body replacements, organ transplants. We're taking a bit of someone else's soul manifestation and putting it inside our body, our bit of soul manifestation. It's interchangeable. The blood is interchangeable to a certain degree. So we don't like blood, but blood is the fluid of life. It's the fundamental fluid, and it's a colour red, bright red. Colour means energy. Very interesting. See, we have water in the body. Water is clear. But clear also means light. Transmission of light through water. All different colours can go in water. But blood is just red. And then you also have the hormonal fluid. Interesting, in the hormonal fluid, we have the female fluid, which is red, is blood, menstrual fluid. And you have the male fluid, which is semen, white. Again, a colour, white and red. Together they make pink. It's very interesting. All of this is energy, colour. Colour is also a density, a particular density of the ether. Colour is etheric, abstract. But the fluid, that is real, physical. Just like geometry is abstract, mathematics. But these things are real. These crystals are a real physical substance, but in a metaphysical geometry. Always a bit of both. This is how life works, the living body works. Different internal organs have a different geometry that gives them a different energy, different fluid. Every organ has its own type of fluid. But the universal fluid, of course, is blood. So we can drink that, and people do, but animal blood, yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, you have black pudding, that's animal blood. But we don't do humans. Of course we do. If you do humans, that's called a vampire. But these people do it, in their crazy cults. They do all this, sacrifice and drink the juice. Because there's energy. Its soul energy is still there in the blood. To an extent. Remember, it's not a soul, it's soul energy. It's all just the ether. Different levels of energy. and it's fluid, interconnected. It's moving between us. I am a soul, an individual, because I've got a certain amount of this energy in balance. All different types of energy come together to allow me to be self-conscious. But these different parts can be disconnected. And some of them I can still be alive, but of course you take out the brain, and now you can't be alive. You could keep the body going, but you cannot have any consciousness. So it means meditation is to confront blood and guts. Go inside, look at it. Don't be scared. Love it. This is life energy. Nothing bad about it. The bad thing is when you go and do violence. You cause pain and suffering. It's slightly different. You've got blood and guts and you've got pain and suffering. It's slightly two different things. And we've connected the two together. They don't have to be connected. And the shamanic journey, the deconstruction of your body, is to learn this. Blood and guts, pain and suffering, they're not actually connected. They can be, but they're not. So in your meditation, sit down, close your eyes, go within. See your body inside. Everyone talks about it. Feel the breath. Feel the air go in and out. We don't mind that. We like air. But feel the lungs. Visualize the internal organs. See them inside. That's blood and guts. But they're working. They're inside your body, perfectly healthy, working. They're happy. You feel good energy in the organs. Love them. This is the connection of soul and body. It's not all about external movement. It's about internal movement. Especially if we are unwell, trying to heal ourselves. Meditate internally on the organs. So you feel the heartbeat. Even do it now, you see. Find your pulse. Try and feel your pulse. Feel the heartbeat. Eyes closed. And visualize your heart beating, moving. Try and feel the blood going round your body. Visualize it. Bright red colour. Red fluid. Life energy in fluid moving around. You love it. It's beautiful, powerful. It's the life force energy in physical manifestation. Then the other organs. You see, in the Tao, which is really shamanism, there are 5 main organ systems. These connect to the 5 elements, and these are 5 aspects to your soul. They believe the soul and the body is connected through the internal organs. Emotions. Emotions is our soul energy. Emotional energy. Feelings. So each organ will be connected to a particular emotion, an aspect of your soul. For example, the liver. Liver is anger. We know that. You get drunk, affects the liver, you get angry. The lungs is sadness, grief. You know that, you cry. Your lungs need more energy. But the lungs are also courage. It's always got a good and a bad emotion. The lungs are courage. You suck it up, be strong. The liver is anger, but also kindness, enthusiasm, generosity, giving. The liver regenerates very well, gives you energy. Then you've got the kidneys. Kidneys are one of the 5. These are connected to fear. Fear is an emotion. Fear, when you're terrified, you wet yourself. Urinate. Everyone sees it. The bully. You bully the kid and then he urinates. You get terrified. Your kidneys get weak and release the energy. Fear in the kidneys. But not only that, it's also peace, harmony, tranquility, gentleness, being gentle. That's good. That's the kidneys. It's water energy. So you've got the lungs, you've got the heart. The heart, of course, is love. Love, you feel it in the heart. And it's close to the heart chakra, the heart center. Blood is in the heart. Love. That's love going round. But it's also hate. You know, hate, yeah, you go and get someone's blood. You have to have real hate. Real hate to go and, use a knife, take someone else's blood, and real hate to then just drink it. But you're absorbing energy, you're stealing that life force energy, you are stealing love. That's why it's not good, we don't do that. And the vampire doesn't care. The vampire doesn't understand. It's still very low level. They want more energy, they don't know how to get it, so they'll steal it, they'll take it. And they've got themselves into so much hate, trapped in it. And then the last one is the spleen. The spleen. The spleen is interesting. It's on the left side of your abdomen, just below the rib cage. So you've got to learn it. Think about your internal organs, visualize them inside your body. Look at some anatomy, pictures, see where the organs are, visualize them, connect to them. Feel the energy in the organ building up. Send it loving energy. In the Tao practice, again, the most famous Taoist teacher is Mantak Chia. I've talked about him a lot. I'll leave links to his channel below. He talks about an exercise called the inner smile. You smile. Physically, you smile. Create that shape because it activates the energy in your head. But you look down inside your body at the internal organs. You look at the blood and guts, but you're smiling. You love it. Sending love, and you get feedback from the organs. So this is how you heal yourself. You connect the body and soul together. And it also means you confront blood and guts. Like a doctor will be used to it. A surgeon is not afraid of blood and guts anymore. That's their job. It's all right. Don't have to be afraid of it. Adjust to it. Confront it in yourself. If you ever get cut, confront the blood. Don't be scared. Again, it's pain. Pain is different. Pain is an experience of the soul. And if you can confront the pain as well, you will develop a more powerful soul. It's all the same experience. Suck up the pain. Use courage. I take it. It's all right. It's all right. You see the blood, yeah, it's okay. This is the life force energy. You will get a stronger soul, a stronger connection to your body. We want to develop the energy body, but the energy body controls the physical body. We actually need to build a connection. Soul-body connection, energy body, physical body connection. And there's a feedback. The physical body also builds your energy body. You need a strong physical body. That gives a lot of physical energy. Physical energy is transformed into etheric energy. That creates your energy body. It's a two-way street. Energy moves between spirit and matter. And this is the esoteric practice, the chakras. Energy from the lower chakras goes up to the higher chakras, but it also goes down again. In the Tao, it's the hormonal practice. You're transforming the lower hormones up into the higher hormones. At the same time, you're transforming lower fluid. You have the hormonal fluid. All different fluids in the body. Living fluids doing different things. Lower energy goes to higher energy. Higher energy goes into etheric energy. So to build your energy body, you actually take the lower energy, lower base hormonal fluid, the lower chakras, through meditation, lift them up through the chakras, up to the pineal gland, higher chakras. Now you're moving into spiritual energy. So you can look at it like this. There's two things going on in the body. 5 organ systems, 5 elements. This is a balance, a movement of soul energy. It's like one level of energy, soul energy, but it's in balance, 5 elements. It's moving between the 5 elements. But you also got different levels to this energy, different densities of the ether in the body. They're moving, changing, so there's 5 movements and 7 levels. Now, okay, it's not 7, it's actually 8 levels. People talk about the 7 chakras, the 7 endocrine glands, but there's one more, the 8th one is the saliva gland. They don't talk about that, it's missing. So it's not an endocrine gland, but it's a gland, very important. 7 chakras going up to spirit, but saliva is coming down. So you do the meditation to collect saliva. Meditate, collect energy in the mouth, chi, ether, and in the mouth it creates saliva, condensing into fluid. Then you swallow it. This is a very deep Taoist meditation. So it's very good if you build saliva and then you swallow it down. You get a lot of energy, you bring it into your belly. But it's a transformation. Lower hormones go up to higher hormones, go into energy, then energy comes back down through the hormones to strengthen your body. These are the 2 energy practices we do. Balance the 5 elements and get a fluid movement, transformation of energy. Physical energy to etheric energy and back again. A circuit. This is a small circulation breathing. It's the Kundalini meditation. Kundalini awakening. When the Kundalini awakens, it means you've activated this process of transformation. Lower physical energy is transforming. It actually becomes electricity in your body. That's why Kundalini, they're moving. You're getting little electric shocks in the body. Physical fluid is being transformed into electricity, energy in the body. And then you have to lift that energy up, transform it into higher and higher energies until the Kundalini becomes a psychic experience. So now you've moved to the pineal gland. This is the ultimate goal. Pineal gland will strengthen your connection to spirit. That will allow you to build a strong energy body. But you have to create it, you visualize it. It's still training. You train yourself. So you confront the physical body, the blood and guts. You confront the energy body, visualize it, you create it. But you also have pure spirit. That is the consciousness. Beyond all body, no body. That is the real immortal. It's the immortal spirit. The body is not, although arguably you can have an immortal body. In other words, a body that will continually regenerate. It's as if it's immortal. You don't have to just die at age 70. You can live on. But again, it can't be fully immortal because you have accidents. So something may still happen to you. Or, you're not invulnerable. So you've got to be immortal and invulnerable physically. So you can't be both. But you can do pretty well. Again, we can't see it today. We're all very weak bodies. And it's interesting now, they want to create a body. They want to create a living body, but with no soul. It's called a bodyoid. Bodyoid. You look this up if you haven't heard of it. Basically, you grow a human body for spare parts. It's not really a soul, so we can grow it and take the different organs out and use them as organ transplants. And that's all right. It's all right. But no, it doesn't matter. Even if you grow an artificial body, if it's a living body with living organs, it will have a soul, always. Now, it may be a very weak soul, I suspect very weak. And if you have no pineal gland, now interestingly, if they could grow a body and remove the pineal gland and still have a body, now that will be, it's still a soul, it has to have some life energy, but an extremely weak soul. No connection to spirit. So you could easily control it. That's a zombie. And of course, they want to do brain chips. So if you have a bodyoid without a pineal gland and you put a chip in it, well, now you've got a cyborg robot. And that's much better than the robots. I know we're trying to build robots, but they're still expensive. We can just grow human beings easily. That's free. That's the matrix. It's natural life. Life is free energy. Why bother creating any machines? All we have to do is get living bodies to keep growing. They're free, but we want to control them. So if we can create a bodyoid without a pineal gland, put a chip in it, now we've got robots. Yeah, we don't even need androids. These are much better. But they will still be souls. You can have a clone. Yeah, clone, easy. But a clone will still be a separate being. They're never the same. A clone is not identical. Only superficially identical. It will have its own soul. And if it has a pineal gland, it can still advance and become a high consciousness. Doesn't matter that it was a clone or a test tube baby. No. Now, natural life is still the best because a mother and father with true love create a life. So that's living life, love energy gone into it. That already brings a powerful soul from the beginning. Now, without that, the soul is weaker. It's only a weak soul. But saying that, okay, I've got to talk about this more and more. You do have very powerful souls hanging around. And a powerful soul could choose, might say, I'll have that bodyoid, and they'll go in. And now that bodyoid is still holding a powerful soul. But it's a separate being. It's a powerful soul decided to take over the bodyoid. But the bodyoid itself is a very weak soul. A more powerful one comes and takes over it. That's possession. A very weak soul, weak body. A more powerful etheric soul comes along, takes over. Possession. Now, if you've got a strong soul, you can't be possessed. You know, if you're listening to me, I suspect you're a very strong soul. You can't be possessed. Don't worry about it. A very strong soul can't even be hypnotized. That's the same thing. Hypnosis, possession. It's really the same thing. Someone looks in your eyes, takes over your subconscious mind. Strong soul, you look into their eyes. Yeah, someone trying to hypnotize you. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? You hypnotizing me? Boom, I hypnotize you. Get out of here. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's soul energy, physical energy. They're two different things, but they work together and they're the same thing. But different levels, different densities of the ether. The soul creates the body. And the physical body also has energy. You can use the physical body to collect physical energy to bring more power to your soul. This is the real secret. That's why we've got to do physical training as well as spiritual training. We have to do both. At the same time, in fact. So even a deep silent meditation, go inside, see your internal organs. Look at your blood and guts and love it. It's beautiful. Inside and outside. People say it, you're beautiful on the outside and you're beautiful on the inside. Yeah, quite literally. The blood and the guts is beautiful. And the guts, of course, is digested matter. Now, I had an operation on my gut. I had to deal with, all the unpleasantries of the guts. Very, humiliating stuff. Having to go to the toilet. All this sort of stuff. Had a catheter. Unpleasant. Humiliating. But I already knew enough. I was already a shaman enough to not be humiliated. Yeah, it's the way it is. So I've got humiliation and destruction, deconstruction of my body, blood and guts. It stinks, it smells. Face it, all of this is still the natural energy. Even that horrible smell is energy. And they do say it now. These horrible smells, natural smells, sulfur, is very good for your brain. It actually stimulates your brain. So when we laugh at smelling your farts, And children do it, they fart, they laugh, they smell it. Ooh. It's actually good for your brain. Instinctively we do it. We don't like it, but we're strangely drawn by it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's still the energy process. Don't run away from this. We confront it. Face up to the blood and guts. This is the natural energy. This is actually how we connect to nature. Go and lie in the earth. Get your hands dirty. Oh, farmers are not worried about this. You're shoveling manure every day. The natural people build a house out of manure, go collecting manure. Oh, we wouldn't want to do that. Oh, I'm not touching that manure. We've lost touch with nature. We don't understand how it works. There's a cycle of energy. It's all good. All good. There's a difference between pain and suffering. That's slightly different. That is now energy of the soul. We have to be careful of this distinction. So even though I was in hospital with all this blood and guts, I tried to stay as cheerful as possible. Meditate. I had to meditate. Nothing else to do. And over time I confronted it, went through the meditation. Even afterwards, years later, I knew I'd still had psychological trauma from that emergency surgery. I had to face it. But now I could go back, memorize it, go through it, visualize the surgery. It don't give me any pain or suffering. And it means I've learnt a next level. Blood and guts, I injure myself. Yeah, it hurts. Oh, it's bloody. No big deal. It's all energy. All energy. You cut yourself, you immediately put it in your mouth. You suck your own blood. That's all right. That's not a vampire. That's okay. We've got to meditate. Think about this. So this little talk is about the energy body connecting to the physical body. We confront it, deconstruct it, see our skeleton. Again, we don't like the skeleton. We're scared of it. No. The skeleton is a crystal. It holds light. Visualize light in your skeleton. Your energy body is in your skeleton as well. Spirit goes into crystal. Consciousness is in my skeleton. You can visualize white light in the skeleton, but around that is the red blood. Now you've got pink light. It's how you play with energy, colour, light, feelings. You feel the strength in your body. Connect the soul and body together. Build your power. Integrate yourself. You deconstruct and then reintegrate. That's the shamanic practice. So I hope this made sense. Please do leave me any questions or comments. And thank you so much for your time and listening to me. And I do hope to see you in any of these other videos here.